Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is NTTM, and this video takes up just for the last one left off. One highrune short of infinity, and also without a base to make it in. So what do you say we finish the rune world by trying our luck on some cow level runs? First off, I just wanted to say a quick thank you for all the support from the last video. 200 plus subscribers and almost 30,000 views is absolutely awesome, and all of your kind comments are worth even more, so thank you. Let's present the goals of today's video. 1. Find the last high rune we need to finish infinity. Vex and up should be enough. 2. Find an ethereal base to make it in. Preferably a thresher for the attack speed, but a cryptic axe or a CV works too. 3. Get the 3 pieces for the Cow King set, that's a big one. And 4. Cross a couple of items off the Holy Grail, if we can. These runs are going to be done on players 3 and on single player. Single player because playing solo and finding everything yourself has a very strong appeal to me. Plus, having a static map is very helpful. And finally, our magic find is going to be about 350. So let's create that red glowing portal and hop in, shall we? On run number 5, we'll kick off this project with a real banger. We did get one of these in the last video, but this one is even better. It's a Ruby Jewel Fervor with 36 ED. That is pretty sick. Now we just gotta figure out what we want to do with them. We follow that up on run number 7 with a unique amulet. And this is the Crescent Moon, one of the few amulets we still needed for our grail. And on the very next run we pick up our first 4-socketed monarch. And we are gonna try to roll that perfect 35 FCR spirit in a future video. And on the run after that we get one of the best skillers that we've ever found. It's a paladin combat skiller with 36 to life, heck yeah! And just a little while later we get a unique dagger. That is of course the gold dagger, which is the second item we can cross off the Holy Grail. A useful ring drops on run 16. 3 to max damage, 114 to attack rating, 8 life leech, 35 to life, and a bunch of resists. And on run 18 we get our first chance on an ethereal thresher. Let's roll it in the cube for that magic 4 sockets. Yeah, okay, maybe next time. A quick Geed's Grand Charm on run 20. And that's a no-go. And on run 21 we open up a random chest to find a unique gilded shield. I have found this one before, but it's always pretty cool to find a Herald of Sakarum. Run 27 gives us a Mal rune. Our first of many unique rings on run 32. And this is the Carrion Wind. An item that has been eluding us for a long time now shows up on run 38. It is an unique monarch, which of course is the Storm Shield. So let us cross it off. An exciting small charm drops on run 48. 1 max damage, 16 AR, 18 to life. Not quite the 320/20, but we'll take it. A green buckler drops on the way to Tristram. Thesaurus Iron Fist. Nothing special, but we need to cross it off the grail. On run 52 we get another small charm that wishes it could be a 320/20. 2 max damage, 16 AR and 12 life. On run 56 we get another small charm, this one a bit different from the others. 2 dexterity and 5 all resist. We don't usually get these all resist charms, so happy about that. On run 69 we get a quick poison and bone skiller. And still on run 69 we get our first highrune. And on run 78 we find one of the goals for today's video. Green studded leather. Which of course is gonna be Cow King's hide. So that makes 1 out of 3. In the very next run we find a unique ring. It might not be the most useful ring, but it's pretty uncommon, and it's the Wisp Projector. So let's cross it off. On run 80 we get a pair of set heavy boots. Could those be the... Yep! Cow King's hooves. Now we just need the hat. On run 87 we find our first gold rune. Passing 100 runs we find the Ishuda's Temper with a pretty crappy roll. On run 110 we find a unique Luna. And that's the Black Oak Shield, which is yet another item we needed for the Grail. A decent small charm on run 113. 5 hit recovery and 11 poison resist. On run 119 we get the go-to sorcerer weapon. The Oculus, which we actually haven't found yet. Run 124 gives us another Grailer. It's a unique ballista, which of course is Buritsa. And on run 129, amazingly, we get a green war hat. It's the final piece we needed to complete the set, and it's the Cow King horns. And the new item just keeps coming. Unique Cryptic Sword on run 133, Frostwind. And just a couple of runs later, it happens. We get our first highrune, which also means that we can complete our infinity, finally. And with 2 out of the 4 goals completed, we keep on going and we find a unique legend spike on run 140. Ghost Flame. Cross it off. And on run 148 we find a Skiller plus life. martial arts, and 24. A unique amulet on run 157. Probably just gonna be Noku-san or maybe Mahim Oak. Or it's gonna be Amara's. And it's the first one that we've ever found. On run 165 we pass a couple of annoying cold immunes and we find a Vex rune. And on the next run we find a unique ring. It's probably just going to be a Manal or an Angel, yeah. And run 169 gives us something cool. It's a unique leather armor, which is the Blinkbat's form. And that is in fact item number 15 we can cross off the list. We got our second Ohm rune on run 170. And in the darkness of run 178 we find a unique war staff. The Iron Yang Bong? Whatever, just cross it off. A quick Ist rune on run 186. And a unique ring on 194. Manald. And heading into run 210 we find a Duriel's shell. What? It's actually ethereal! That is a really good mercenary base, and I think my sidekick agrees with me. We should probably just swap it out immediately. It even got a really good ED roll, just 8 of perfect, so that is quite a find. We dropped 2 Grand Charms on run 212, and one of them is really good. 1 to cold skills and 24 to life. Run 226 gives us a set Grand Matron Bow, which of course is the Mavinus Caster. Now we're just missing the diadem for the complete set. And another amazing find on run 258, a unique Spired Helm. That's 50-50, whether it's a Nightwings or it's a Veil of Steel. But we get the one that we want, a Nightwings with 11 to cold damage. And you gotta admit, it looks pretty badass. Another Ist rune on run 277. And 2 runs after, we actually get another Spired Helm. Could this be the other one? The Veil of Steel? Yep! Those are 2 very big finds in just a couple of runs. And around 296 we get another Skiller. This one is for the Fire Soarers. And then run 297 comes along with a green amulet. And you pretty much know what that means, right? That is the freaking Tal Rasha amulet and the last piece we needed to complete the set. And if you are a summoning necro, you definitely appreciate this Grand Charm on run 308, because it has the bonus faster hit recovery. A unique round shield drops on run 314. It's not very uncommon at all, but for some reason we have yet to find it. Moser's Blessed Circle. And then we hit a streak of unique rings. First on run 317 we get a Manald. And on 321 we get a Dwarf Star. We finish it out on 329 with a low Nagel. We hit run 333 and we get an Ethereal Thresher. No sockets, so we're gonna have to put it in a cube. And that's not gonna be enough. On run 365 we drop a unique Lich Wand. And that's gonna be Bone Chain with a lot of bonuses to the Bone skill tree. An interesting little drop on run 374. It's a unique Sash. We do already have it for the Grail, but the Lenimo is always cool to find. You also get a unique Amulet in the same run. And it's the Nokusan. We get a Malrune on 375. Right after we get the very thing that we came to this godforsaken place for. And it's the amazing and equally elusive 4-socketed Thresher. And that means that after 5,000 runs in the lower Kurast and 375 runs in the secret cow level, we can finally make our infinity. We still have around 100 runs to go before we finish the project, so on run 395 we get a unique Crusader Bow. That's Eagle Horn, and we need it. And on run 399 we get the highest rune of the session, and it's the always welcome Sir rune. On run 406 we get an interesting small charm. 3 to max damage and 20 to attack rating, just missing the 20 to life. Maybe someday, huh? We get another Ishudas on run 408. Ooh, that would have been good, just one more skill level. Run 414 we get a decent Talrasha weapon. We did drop every piece of the Talrasha set except for the armor during this session. Run 419 gives us a unique Chaos armor. Not super uncommon by any means, but we still needed the Black Hades for the Holy Grail. Another unique ring on run 427, and it's the Ravenfrost. And on run 430 we managed to squeeze in the last Holy Grailer. It's a unique Matriarchal Bow, which is the Bloodraven Charge. And that is actually a total of 25 items of the Holy Grail in this project. On run 431 we find a unique Templar coat behind a rock. And it's the Guardian Angel. And a quick Malrune on 438. And on run 450 we find one of those Yules that we wished had fire instead of cold resist. And we're heading into the final 50 runs, and we celebrate with an highrune. One final unique ring on run 478. It's a 26 Nagel. And later in the same run, we get an ethereal cryptic axe with 4 sockets. It only took almost 500 runs. On run 490, we find a unique Scorch. But it's the Tornado one, and the quest for Stormlash continues. And our final drop comes to us on run 498, and it is one of our favorites. It's a small charm with 16 to life and 5 to all resist. Wow! That's the perfect ending to this project. We did also manage to roll a decent paladin circlet in all of this. 2 to paladin skills, 30 faster run walk, 20 faster cast rate, 7 life leech, and some cold resist. So that is about it. Let's head over to the summary and wrap things up. And here we are again. This project took around 50 hours to complete, each run going on for about 6 minutes. When it comes to the drops, we did find the last highrune that we needed for Infinity. And we got a treasure base to make it in. We dropped all of the 3 pieces of the Cow King set, and we managed to get a total of 25 items off the Holy Grail. So overall the project was a major success. Let's open up the stash and have a closer look. Here is the treasure, the main item that we wanted. It only took us about 375 runs to get it, together with a cryptic axe and a decent superior CV with 9 enhanced damage. You can't really go wrong with any of these bases for making Infinity, but we're probably just gonna stick to the treasure for the faster attack speed. We were also very happy to find the Cow King horns, the hide and the hoofs, the entire set. We did drop both of the unique spired helms, the Veil of Steel and of course the Night Wings. Even if it didn't have the perfect cold skin damage, it's still a very nice find. Now we just need to get the cold facet to put in there. Very cool to knock both of these guys off the list. Finding normal items in Hell is always pretty cool, especially if you need them for the Grail, like this Blinkbat's form, and even the Lenimo. They're just missing a few other items, like the Hand of Brock and the Biggin's Bonnet. We picked up 2 nice jewels, this one that will probably never ever spawn with fire resist, and of course the Ruby Jewel of Fervor. This time with 36 ED. We got one with 32 in the last video, and this one is even better, so we just gotta figure out what to put them in. And another decent melee ring with some very desirable rolls. The resistances could be higher though. And of course the uncommon but not very useful Wisp Projector. And as for the amulets, we started off with the Crescent Moon, and then we moved on to Amaras with 25 to all resist, which is pretty cool. And we ended up with the Tiled Rashes to complete the set. Heading over into the next tab, we're just gonna quickly brush over some of the Grailers that we got. With the favorites at the end, Storm Shield, Oculus and the Ghost Flame. And finally we have our Rune and Charm tab. I'd say we got a decent haul of runes. 5 Lem, 8 Pull, 2 together with a couple of Mal and Ist runes, 1 Gul and 1 Vex. And of course 1 Sur and 2 Ohm runes. And this Sur rune is probably the one that we're gonna use to make Infinity with. We got a grand total of 13 skillers, with some of the highlights at the end. Like this summoning skiller with 12 hit recovery, and of course the peak home with 36 to life. We did also get a cold skiller with 24 to life that we are currently wearing. Small charm wise, we got a couple of good ones. Like these three, which are probably the closest that we're ever gonna come to a perfect 3 2020. A decent one with hit recovery and poison res. And then probably my favorite drop from the entire session. We don't usually get these ones with 5 to all resist, and combine that with 16 to life, that's a real banger. And finally, we cannot forget about the ethereal Duriel shell for our mercenary, even if we are actually looking to upgrade it to a fortitude. And of course the insight is going to be switched for infinity, and the vamp case is going to be upgraded to Andy's visage. Whew, that is it. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. This video took a lot longer to make than I wanted to, and I'm gonna try to be more effective with my time in the future, hopefully. We are now ready to actually make our infinity, which will happen in the next video, together with rolling a few other rune words like fortitude, another CTA and a couple of spirits. Other than that, thanks again for watching, and I'll hopefully see you soon.